Hello and welcome again to Let's Talk Science with Pastor Dan. I know I said that once I finished the chemistry class I would start forensics. Unfortunately, I'm not able to access where I'm at right now, and so as soon as I'm able to get back to that room and place, I will, and we'll start putting videos for forensics. But in the meantime, I've been telling some stories and giving some thoughts, and just make sure that if these bless you at all and if they're helpful, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I talked about my family. I talked about my three kids, Adam, Seth, and Joy. Now, God has shown himself faithful. I probably should go back to the testimony of the original place of my family. That would be my wife. My wife and I, Beth and I, have been married for 29 years. Before I met my wife, I was engaged to another lady. Well, almost engaged. I had the ring, was planning on marrying her, and great person. Don't ever want to disparage, but she dumped me. And all things work together good those who love the Lord. It was hard at the time, and I was heartbroken, and I thought, you know what, God, there's no one for me. I'm almost 30. I was 27 at the time. I'm turning gray. I'm fat. I'm ugly, losing my hair. It's obvious that it's just you and me. I give up. I'm not going to try this anymore. And I had just had people pray over me for the infilling of the Holy Spirit. And I began to hear the voice of the Lord. Now, I'm not saying I heard a booming voice. It was just inside my spirit. I heard a knowing, and what I was praying, what I should do, and God spoke to me. He said, if you wait 3 months, I will bring someone in your life. Like, okay, whatever. And May, June, July, it was the beginning of August. There was a Christian singles picnic down the road from where I lived. And I figured, why not? Let's go and see. And when I got there, I decided it wasn't something for me. I was going to leave. I had brought a casserole dish to share, and I was just going to leave. And I heard the voice of God again. He said, you can go if you want to, but if you do, you'll be sorry. And then it began to rain. Really like, okay, God, I want to go home. And I heard the voice, didn't say anything else, just, you can go if you want to. But if you do, you'll be sorry. And then the rain stopped, sun came out, and a blue van, I remember clear as day, showed up, and 3 young ladies got out. And the one young lady was the most beautiful woman in the world. I can prove it because when she showed up, she literally had like 8 to 10 guys all over her trying to get her attention. They played a game at the picnic where men filled out a questionnaire and women filled out a questionnaire, and she had mine. So when I was talking to her, she said, do you know who this is? And I said, oh yeah. Is he a nice guy? I said, I think so. Who is he? I said, you get to find out. I sent her on her way. So she went bouncing around, and finally she came back and told her it was me, and we were playing volleyball, and I hulked out, and she hulked out back at me, which I thought was cool and interesting. So I told her that I was looking for a church, which I was, but I sort of wanted her phone number, and I tried to find her church. Now her family's church at that point, her father's pastor was a pastor. He passed away a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, and it's a house church. So I drove all over the area trying to find her. I could not find the church anywhere because, again, I was looking for a church. And I called her and I said, well, hey, maybe you want to go out with me? And she was very blunt. She said, I don't date people I don't know. I'm sorry. And it's like, okay. And so I hung up. About a week later, she calls me back. She says, I was talking over with my mom, and she said, maybe, if you don't mind, going out with my sister and her boyfriend, now my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, maybe we can go out. So whenever my mother-in-law gets upset with me, I remind her the only reason why I'm here is because you talked her into going out with me. And we went out, we had a good time, and the rest is history. See, God has a plan for you. God organizes your steps, and even when you think there's no hope, even when you're almost 30, turning gray, losing your hair, you think you're ugly, God has a purpose. Now, that purpose may not be what you think. That may not be what you understand. But in the end, God has a plan. Dogs are trying to get my attention. I better back over. Take care. God bless. Bye.